Bellwork 4.3a, questions 3 and 4. 3 and 4 are done the exact same way. We're going to do what's inside the parentheses, which is division first, and then we'll do the outside of exponent, which will end up being power of a fraction. So let's start with number 3. Again, we're going to divide first. So, pull my calculator. Negative 12 over 4 is negative 3. So cross out the 4, cross out the negative 12. Again, it's an integer, so it goes in the numerator. I'm going to go ahead and put a 1 on the a. A to the first has the smaller exponent. It gets completely crossed out. And 4 minus 1 is 3. There's a b to the 8th on top, but no b on the bottom, so I leave it alone. There's a c to the 4th on top and a c to the 9th, so that's what I would do next. Or sorry, c to the 4th is on the bottom. So c to the 4th has the smaller exponent, gets completely crossed out, and then c to the 9th becomes 9 minus 4 would be a 5, so c to the 5th. There is an e on top, but not on the bottom. There's a D and an F on the bottom, but not on the top. So that's it. I did all the division I can. So after you divide, you should always rewrite. So on top, I have negative 3, a to the 3rd, b to the 8th, c to the 5th, e to the 5th. On the bottom, I have d to the 3rd and f to the 4th. And all of that should be in parentheses, raised to the 4th power. Now that we've done everything we can on the inside, now we will do power of a fraction, getting rid of that exponent on the outside. So I'm going to start with negative 3 to the 4th power. Make sure you put it in parentheses. Negative 3 to the 4th power is 81. And then I multiply my exponents. So 4 times 3 would give me a to the 12th. 4 times 8 would give me b to the 32nd. 4 times 5 would be c to the 20th. And again, 4 times 5 would give me e to the 20th. On the bottom, d to the 3rd, so I can take the 3 times the 4 to get d to the 12th. And then 4 times 4 would give me f to the 16th. And that's it. We're done. So divide, and then power of a fraction. Let's look at number 4. Again, the first step will be to divide. So I'm going to start with negative 12 over 16. That gives me negative 3/4. So I'm going to put negative 3 on top and the 4 on the bottom. R to the first has the smaller exponent, so the 3 will become a 2. S to the second has the smaller exponent. 7 minus 2 is 5, so 7 becomes a 5. T to the 5th is the smaller exponent. 9 minus 5 is 4. And then the 4s are exactly the same thing on top and bottom, so they just cancel out. So after you divide, you should always rewrite. So on top, I've got -3 r squared s to the 5th t to the 4th. On the bottom, I have 4p cubed. And then don't forget, we need the parentheses. Maybe. And the 3 on the outside. Okay, now it's time for power of a fraction. Start with, not only do I need to do the -3 on top to the 3rd, but on the bottom I'm going to have to take 4 to the 3rd. So starting with -3 to the 3rd power, we get -27. Three times 2 gives me r to the 6th. Three times 5 is s to the 15th. And 3 times 4 is t to the 12th. On the bottom, I got to take my 4 to the 3rd power, and I get 64. And then 3 times 3 would give me p to the 9th. And then I'm done. Now the only thing that I might do here is get rid of the negative there and pull it out front, but honestly, it doesn't matter where you have it as long as you have a negative sign. All right, and that's it for Bellwork 4.3a. If you have any questions, let me know.